everybody, so today we're going to be showing you, well, my mom's boyfriend is going to be showing you how to install tail on the Camaro 2022 LSLT. A lot of these do not have any tails, well, from what I've seen, do not have tails installed. Mine didn't come installed, so therefore I bought one, and I had him just install it for me because I didn't want to take a risk and ruin the car. So he's gonna show you here. He added the tape to the back to mark the correct spots so that he knows exactly where to drill the holes in and where the tail is gonna sit exactly. So here he is placing the tapes down. Yeah, so for more accuracy, and then he went ahead and inserted the bolts so that he's gonna show you in the upcoming next clip. Yeah, so he's just being very precise of where he's putting everything and making sure it lines up and that it's evenly sitting on the car. So the last thing you want is for it to be wonky or not sitting the proper way. So here he is just marking where the bolts are gonna go in directly and where he needs to make where he's gonna have to make the holes for the bolts to go through and sit evenly. So you can use any marker, anything that you're gonna be it's gonna visibly show you where your markings are. So here it is. And this is the drill he's going to be using today to make those holes. And there's going to be two different types of, I don't know exactly what these are called, but I guess you would say drill heads. I'm going to use two different drill heads, and it's going to be a small one. One of the small ones on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side is one of the thicker ones. It's just so that the small one's going to open up that hole for him. And then the bigger one, it's going to help the hole wide it out if he needs to. You don't want to just automatically go in with the big one of these thick ones because it will ruin, it could possibly crack and ruin the back of the car. So here he is drilling it in. And when you're drilling in these holes, you want to apply pressure and make sure that you're holding the drill. You have to make sure that you have full control of the drill, and it's guiding it straight down towards those holes so that you don't make no mistakes or it just makes a crooked hole or whatever the case may be. Well, here he is plying out these little studs that are on the trunk. So this part is going to be removed. You have to take off every single one of these, and this part right here is going to come off. I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's going to come off from the back of the car. And these are it seems to be very difficult to pull out, so it might take you a few little pulls here and there for it to come out. So just have patience. You'll see him struggle with this one a little bit. He ends up using like pliers for support in a sense, and to try to yank that out because that one was giving him a really difficult time. Here they are right here. Just got to be very careful and have a lot of patience when you're doing this. Nothing's in a rush because you don't want to rush it and damage the car or break a piece that you need. So just take your time. See, they are very, they are kind of tough to pull out. In this part, you want to pull this out as well. It's like the plastic cover of where the car latches on so that it can be closed. The trunk can be closed. But yeah, see, this is what it looks like after you pull it out. And the reason you're going to pull this out is because in the middle, there's this, I have to make a hole so that it's going to show right here. One of the holes go right here in the middle where that piece of tape is. And you have to remove that so that you can see if it's lining up correctly or not. And make sure that all these little debris pieces that are flying around, you don't ever wipe it off your car because it will create scratches on the back of the trunk. So just blow it off if you have to. Just like that. He wiped those little pieces off because they were just tiny little things, but make sure you do your best to blow it off or just let it fly off on its own when you go for a drive. But yeah, this is what it looks like after. Um, these are the holes that he created, and this is where the bolts are going to go through so that it can hold down the tail. And this is what he used to screw it on to make it tight. And these are the bolts that will be going onto the tail, which is going to help hold it up against the car onto the trunk. Now that he got his measurements in, he's just aligning it one more time to verify that those holes are in fact the correct ones. Here he has this double-sided tape. You're going to place the tape onto the car right around these holes, and then you're going to place it onto the actual tail. And this is double-sided tape. So this tail that I bought it actually came from Amazon, and they provided me with all of this. So if you don't have it, you could just make sure you use some good double-sided tape you may have around. That's very reliable, and make sure that you're placing it not directly on the holes but around the holes that you made. That will prevent like water from when it rains and stuff. It'll prevent from getting into the holes, and probably that would cause damage to the car, so that's why he put it there. And this is all the tools that were being used to make this possible. And this is just the after. Look at it. Beautiful. He actually did all of this. He put the lip on my car, the side skirts, and it was just the finishing touch with the tail. So, hope this was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.